Imagine discovering everything you thought about your brain is wrong. Your brain is not a thinking machine, but rather it's a resource manager. Your brain is constantly being developed and adapts and changes to the environment. Your mind isn't just yours, but it's an interaction to others and the world around you. This book challenges the fundamental assumptions we hold about our brains, inviting us to rethink how we perceive ourselves, our relationships, and our own biology as humans.
7.5 Lessons About the Brain is a book published by Lisa Feldman Barrett in 2021. The book provides insights into how the brain works and challenges some common misconceptions about the brain in the media. In this video, we'll be summarizing and reviewing the book by breaking it down into its key ideas. Each section will be timestamped below. Let's get into it. Our brain's primary function is not just thinking, but managing its resources efficiently to survive. Think about it this way. Every time you move any part of your body, you exert X amount of your body's energy resources, whether that be moving your finger or running a full marathon. When you're faced with a stressful situation, your brain releases stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol into your bloodstream, which increases your heart rate and circulation to deliver more oxygen around the body. When you know the stressor has passed, it wouldn't really make sense to keep this level of activation, so your brain stops releasing the stress hormones and decreases your heart rate. The next time your brain predicts a stressful situation is incoming, it will release the same stress hormones to prepare your body for action.
This is known as allostasis, or often, as Lisa refers to it, as body budgeting in her book. In order to efficiently manage the energy resources that you have, your brain cleverly predicts your body's needs and prepares its resources accordingly. Also, there was an idea prominent in psychology that the brain has 3 distinct layers, one for survival, one for feeling, and one for thinking, also known as the triune brain theory. This is unfortunately a misconception. We humans have a larger cerebral cortex relative to our body compared to other animals, but we are not the final product of evolution.
Next up, the book discusses the brain as a complex network that optimizes for energy efficiency, or our body budgeting. Neurons form and cut connections between each other to maximize efficiency, a process known as neuroplasticity, which is especially evident in humans from infancy and throughout childhood. Ever heard the phrase, neurons that fire together, wire together? Every time you practice a skill, you're strengthening the neural connections that are involved in performing that skill. This is known as tuning. Likewise, the longer a neural connection stays inactivated, these connections become weakened and may die off over time. This is known as pruning. Together, tuning and pruning ensure that an optimal number of neural connections are available for us to learn new information and practice the ones that we have to maintain our everyday functioning.
Our brain operates as a prediction machine. It uses our prior knowledge, our prior experiences, to interpret our sensations, and this guides our actions.
So what did we think of the book? I think the book covers a very introductory level of neuroscience that you could probably learn in most introductory high school or uni psychology classes. So as a psychology student myself, I didn't find any information that was really new and interesting for me, but I already read the book 2 years ago, and it was good for me to revisit the same things in the book, see how she presented it, and it was still an overall good reading experience for me.
My thoughts on the book, on the other hand, well, I agree with you, which the book was relatively easy to understand.
Yeah.
She did a really good job at making difficult concepts to understand easy by breaking down analogies, explaining them thoroughly. This kind of made the book a little bit also not too scientific in terms of the language used in it. But overall, it was a very short book, just about 200 pages, less than 200 pages actually. And I would recommend it to most general public who want to gain a basic understanding of neuroscience and where the brain comes from. If you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching us. It would be nice if you could subscribe, leave a comment about if you read the book, what you thought about it, and leave a like. Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed.